Hi guys, I know it's been a minute since I have posted anything beyond what I'm contractually obligated to post. I have just dropped my How to Read Tarot Intuitively guide. I've been working a lot on some like products for you guys. I have a lot of like products in the works that I have been working really hard on. So that one has finally dropped. Thank you to the people who have already purchased it. I hope you find it helpful. It's interesting, I've got this Nine of Lotuses at the back of my deck, which is a wish fulfillment card, which is definitely what this feels like. I've taken a lot of time and energy to get these products out. I'm working on a lot of different projects, again, despite what I am contractually obligated to be posting. So in the spirit of this energy, there is kind of like wish fulfillment in the air for you, kind of big victories all around. For a lot of you, this is like a victory that is very personal to you, that maybe not a lot of other people would understand, but it is a big deal to you. And I kind of want to do a quick reading on what is to come next for you guys. What can you expect in the coming months in this sort of like early 2026 energy? We've already gotten pretty solidly in, which is amazing. Whatever energy that you have been putting forth is really what you're going to see throughout the year. So I want to pick up on what you've got coming within these next couple months. I'm thinking like maybe 3 to 6. We got here. Ooh, interesting. So this elementalist, this is like King of Swords energy. You're going to be feeling very aligned, very powerful when it comes to your mentality. This is sort of be mindful of the words you speak because they will manifest. You may notice that your manifestation powers kind of start acting like this. With this Seven of Trees reversed, this is kind of like my small business card, but this is the Seven of Pentacles in the traditional deck. This is saying that there are things that you have been working really hard on, which ties in with what I started with. I don't know if you can see Charles right here. Side note, there are things that you've been working really hard on that are now going to bear fruit, and it may feel like things are going to start popping up pretty quickly. Again, this is sort of like why you need to be mindful of the things that you speak. This has been coming through in some of my other channels that were sort of like just messages for me, is that a lot is going to be bearing fruit. So you're going to be, it's going to be easier for you to manifest things because you're going to have a lot of resources available to you. So it's like, be mindful of the things you speak. It's sort of like the things you think become the things you speak, and then the things you speak become the actions you take, and then the actions you take become, you know, your damn lifestyle. So it's like, be careful of what it is that you are manifesting. There's going to be a lot more responsibility on your shoulders, simply through a matter of having more access to things that maybe you've been restricted from for a while. And this is where that King of Swords energy is coming through, is like, be mindful of all the lessons that you have learned over these past few years, especially with that Seven of Trees kind of energy, is that you've had to be patient for a really long time for a reason, and it was to teach you something. Interesting, this Dream World card in reverse. Usually this comes out in the upright. This is my Making the Impossible Possible card. It's Fortress with no windows or doors. Use the power of your mind to get through, to enter this fortress. This is telling me that you have already entered. I was getting that channel a little bit before the new year, is that a lot of us have been sort of sitting in our dream life, been seeing it around November, December, maybe even back in October, but weren't fully aware of it because our manifestations were presenting to us in the form of challenges and problems, which is how I find most manifestations come through, is through a challenge. And you sort of like kept your head down and worked through the challenge, and now you're about to see the rewards that come with it. Confirmation. This is the Six of Embers, which is Six of Wands in the traditional deck. It's a card of victory. So you're now about to see the polarity of this, where you first got the challenges, you've overcome the challenges, and now you're about to see the rewards that come with your dream lifestyle. This is something that you've been manifesting for a really long time. Again, with that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's going to feel a lot like things have flipped, like the tables have turned kind of way, where you have been putting in so much to not see much back, that it's now you're about to feel like everything's going to take off sort of without you, even though you have been the generator and the engine behind this whole thing. You're finally about to see what happens when your hard work starts to take care of you. So if this resonates with you, let me know. All of my services are linked in my bio. Again, go ahead and grab my How to Read a Tarot Intuitively guide if you are interested in learning how to read tarot like you're telling a story, that kind of thing, where you just sort of have your own language with your deck, sort of like what I do. Otherwise, if you want a reading with me, you can book link in my bio, and make sure you grab a raffle ticket. They are $5.